Hello, crafters. Hello, hello. I'm gonna wait for a few seconds, of course, again, as always, for some of the live people to show up. But I know you replay people are like waiting too. So sorry. I feel like I should tap dance for you while we wait. So I'm just gonna hang on until some people show up. And if they don't, then I'm just going to get going so that if you weren't able to join me live, you can watch the replay and we'll get going without too much waiting around. So I'm just gonna wait just for a minute or two. Or three. Somebody's here. Who's here? I saw a picture pop up, but I couldn't tell who it was. I've got one person. One person here. Why is it not telling me? It usually tells me. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to get started. So today we are going to create little rusty labels, and let me show you. I experimented with this yesterday because I'd never done this before. I've always wanted to, and I never did, and I thought I better try it out first. Oh, I see somebody. Lori. Hi, Lori. Lori, and who else? There's somebody else that didn't say the name. Okay, anyway. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so I was just kind of babbling, waiting for people to show up. But now that there's a few of you, I will keep going. Patty, you can't hear me? Can everyone else hear me? I think it might be a setting on your phone, Patty, or computer. I'm not sure what you're watching on. But okay, so what we're going to do today is rusted labels. And here are two that I did that were semi-okay. I played around, and I'm going to show you first what not to do. I went a little bit crazy. So first, let me just tell you, all it really is using Mod Podge, which I just put in my little jar here, and cinnamon. It's really cool. Hi, Carol. So that's really all it is. That's all there is to it. I watched several other videos. Hi, Tammy. I watched several other videos looking for some kind of guidance before I just started experimenting. Hey, Stacy. Yay, got more people showing up. So I watched some videos to see if someone could teach me something. And there were techniques to do faux rusting on metal and stuff. It was fine. I think that's really the technique I'm going to use. The rusted papers involved some soaking and some like drying in the oven. And I thought that's not efficient. I don't want to go through all that. And that certainly wouldn't work for a live. So I'm kind of using the technique that they were showing on the metal decor. And I played around with it. And let me show you what not to do. Okay, so this is what happens when you take the Mod Podge and you put a lot of cinnamon on, and then you put Mod Podge over that. I honestly thought that more was going to rub off, so I was quite generous. But as you can see, I mean, it looks rusted, doesn't it? It definitely looks rusted, but it was more than I wanted. And then I tried another technique, and it didn't turn out much. It didn't turn out any better, really. It's a little bit too rusty. I mean, if you want real rust, then go for it. But I think this one I did the Mod Podge and then just sprinkled it on top and didn't put Mod Podge back over it. And it's still, I mean, it's not going, it's not going anywhere. And then I kind of did the same thing here. So with these two, I was a little bit more careful and I just kind of put the Mod Podge where I wanted the rust. And that worked out better. It's still not exactly how I was hoping. So I'm just going to keep playing tonight with you guys if you don't mind. But one thing I will say, if you have an inkjet printer, your ink may smudge and smear a little bit. So just be aware of that. So I would definitely just put the Mod Podge like maybe on the white, you know, on the white parts, on the parts that there's not any ink to smear. And if it smudges a little bit, there's rust over it, I guess it doesn't matter. But just be aware of that. I have a laser, I forgot what it's called, a laser printer now, which I love, and it doesn't smudge or smear. So that's kind of why I kind of went crazy on these, because I'm like, I'm not smudging. Oh yeah, well, still went a little overboard. So, and that was another reason why I didn't want to do the soaking the paper thing, because the one video I saw regarding that, actually, you know, it said you have to use a laser jet print. And I knew most of you probably didn't, so we're not going to deal with water at all. It will get a little damp from the Mod Podge, but that's why we'll just be careful. So I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut these out, maybe just a couple at a time. Oh, and I didn't mention on the supply list was maybe like a paper plate or something non-sticky. I'm going to use my non-stick mat so that the Mod Podge doesn't get all over my tabletop. But like a paper plate would work fine, or even just a regular ceramic plate. You can just, scrape it off. So I'm going to put you down. Hi, other Tammy. I'm going to put you guys down here. And we'll just fussy cut. And I can actually still see your comments like this, so this is good. Okay, so we'll fussy cut together, yes? I'm not sure if you already did some fussy cutting or not, but this is actually pretty quick. So I'm thinking this is not going to take the usual hour. Maybe some blue patina would help the overwhelming rust. Yeah. And actually, on one of them, you can't tell because it's so covered up. I think it was this one. I actually kind of dabbed the brown to give it kind of like a different shade of brown. And it's funny, thanks for mentioning that, Carol. I was actually thinking about maybe doing like a little bit of green. You know how sometimes rust can get kind of greenish and moldy, so like a greeny bluey. I like that. That's a good idea. I'm going to try that tonight with these guys here. So that's a great idea. So if you have different color inks, I would say greens especially might look pretty cool. Like, rusted, that moldy rust is so beautiful, yes? Never thought that I'd try to imitate that. But here we are. So, and then these, the fancier ones, I just fussy cut around. I think I'm gonna use my little guys here. Just kind of left a border because this one especially is way too intricate. But I think it looks just fine with a little white border. And I hear another stink bug flying around. We'll see if he makes an appearance on my table today. They always want to get in on my videos. It's hilarious. I've been very annoyed with them, but I'm kind of starting to think that they just want some attention too. And now I feel bad for always, cursing their names. At least it's not obnoxiously flying overhead. They're so loud. Oh my goodness. Sometimes they just go crazy. I've set up a stinky sticky stink bug trap. Oh my goodness. I hung one up over by my where my main lamp is in the ceiling, and it's caught a few. It took a while though. I thought they'd just flock to it because there's supposed to be like a smell to it that attracts them. But it took a few days for me to even catch one on there. But now there's a little bit of a crowd going on there. So, I mean, I hate it, but jeez Louise, they cannot be cohabitating with me in my craft room. They just can't. They can't. Okay. All right, so these two are done. Now, hi Heather. Thanks for joining. Hi Pam. Yay! More people. Okay, so for the ones that just joined, we're making rusty labels. This is what not to do. I'm going to experiment further with you guys. I played with these a little bit yesterday to make sure I knew what I was doing, and I realized I don't. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm going to be experimenting with you, but you can learn from my mistakes. This, I mean, it looks rusty, doesn't it? It definitely looks rusty, but I didn't want it quite that rusty. So what we're going to do, all right. I think I'm going to go ahead and get my green colors out and maybe stamp that a little bit. Let's see. All right. I'm thinking, oh no, can you guys see these? Thinking these two look kind of like moldy rust. I don't think Tim Holtz would appreciate me saying that his colors look like mold. I mean that in the best way possible. I love Tim Holtz stuff. But I'm imagining mold on a rusty something, and I'm thinking one of these greens, or both, I think I'll probably do both, would probably make an appearance. Now, let me just clear this off. Make sure it's kind of turquoise on there. Oh, I'm shaking the table, sorry. Okay, that should do. Okay, so what I'm going to do, what I did with the brown yesterday, I'm not going to try to like blend it nicely. I'm just going to be, here, let me go here. Hi, Kim. Thanks for joining me. All right, I'm just going to like be rough with it and just kind of like do that. Okay. All right. Okay. And then maybe a little of the darker one. Ooh, I think this might look really cool. A little bit of the darker. Okay. All right. I'm just experimenting, you guys. I hope you're not looking to me for a whole lot of guidance tonight, because it'll be the blind leading the blind. But it's fun, right? Isn't it fun? Experimenting is half of the fun, really. So thanks for experimenting with me. Okay, so I'm going to, on this one, I'm going to do the brown again. What did oh yeah. I used the tea dye color, which I think works really nicely. It kind of adds a little bit of, okay. All right, so okay, here we go. I'm getting nervous now. I'm getting nervous. I think I'm going to stick with, like on this one, I just did the edges. I'm going to stick with that on this one for now. Maybe a little bit in the middle. And I'm definitely going to have to be more light-handed on the cinnamon. Definitely more light-handed on the cinnamon. So I'm just going to, and again, it doesn't have to be, you know, perfect. I'm just kind of blobbing it everywhere. I may not do quite as much as I did on the other one. Maybe a little bit in the middle. Okay. I'm just going to go more light-handed this time around and see what I can see. All right. And I don't have much cinnamon left. I meant to buy some more today, and I didn't even make it out of the house today. But that's okay. It doesn't really take much, honestly. So I'm going to just very, very carefully. Come on. Come on. Okay, there we go. Very carefully sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle. Okay, and this time I'm not going to put Mod Podge over it because I think it's overkill. I had seen other videos that said to put Mod Podge over it so it doesn't flake off, but I'm telling you what, it's not coming off. It is not coming off. So this is what happened when I put Mod Podge over it. It's actually, I'm not sure if you can see on the camera, it's quite a bit darker. Can't really tell, but this one's darker than this one, and that's the one that I put Mod Podge underneath and Mod Podge on top. And this one I did not do that, and it's still not coming off, so I don't think that's necessary. Tell me if you know better or disagree. So I'm just going to tap this off, and I'm going to, oh, okay, I already like this better. I already like that better. It just looks a little bit more. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to lay this aside. What I'm a little bit afraid of is that, you know, all of these won't dry before our hour is up. But that's okay. We're just going to experiment. And that's why I thought I would do a couple at a time and they can dry while I cut the others out. But if you're crafting with me, I would love for you to post your pictures in my group of what once yours are dry and finished. I would love to see your experiments and what your outcomes were here. So I'm gonna just kind of do the same thing. I think going light-handed is the key. I think I got a little bit too excited. I got a little Mod Podge happy, and I think it's a little overkill there. Okay, all right. I'll sprinkle some more. I'm probably gonna dip some of the other ones in my remnants that are laying there. Okay. Tap it, tap it, tap it. Well, it smells good, that's for sure. Oh, all of a sudden I want apple pie. I want apple pie with cinnamon. Probably doesn't help that I'm trying to be on a stricter diet right now. I always want everything I can't have. Huh, okay. That's not bad either. I think I might do a little bit. I don't want to overdo it again. I don't want to overdo it. But I think I want a little bit more there. Kind of over the green so that there's not that much green. Here, let me try this. Ooh, that works. Okay. All right. I'm gonna lay that aside. Oh, whoop, I need a little bit more right there. Okay. All right. Now, try not to lick my fingers because it. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna cut. Let me cut the rest of these out here. Are any of you crafting along with me? Let me know. Let me know. And if you're not, that's totally fine. I honestly, I rarely, if I have time to watch other lives, I rarely am able to actually craft along, and I just enjoy watching. So I totally get it if you're just watching. But it is kind of fun. I get the whole craft along thing. I think that's fun. I just don't usually have the luxury to do that. Because my days are crazy and unpredictable. So, you know, you just do what you can. Pam, you're cutting right now? Yay! We're cutting together. That's awesome. think it's really fun for me if I know that you're crafting along with me. I like to feel like we're all just kind of sitting at one big crafting table together and having some fun. All right, I'm gonna use this one. I feel like I don't have as much control with the bigger scissors, but this is kind of a simple shape, so I think I'm just gonna go with this. And like this. Okay. Sorry, I get quiet when I'm concentrating. I'm not good at chatting, honestly. If I don't know if any of you know this, but I'm quite an introvert, so doing live tutorials is definitely takes me out of my comfort zone. I've gotten more comfortable with it, you know, in the last year. But I gotta tell you, sometimes I feel like I'm not as chatty probably as I should be. Maybe I try to keep it interesting. I hope. Sorry if I bore you. Sorry if I bore you. I'm sorry. I try to be chatty. Why is it so hard for introverts to be chatty? I'm not sure why. We're just not talkers. But I'm trying. And as my husband would say, yes, you are very trying. Dork. I love him. Actually, my husband and I are going to be celebrating our 20-year anniversary next week. And I am just baffled by how that happened. How has 20 years gone by? I don't know. It's mind-blowing to me, honestly. Oh, goodness gracious. But we're going to take a anniversary trip for almost a whole week, which is quite a treat for us because we don't usually get away with our dog boarding business. But we're going to go to where we usually go. But it's fine because it's one of our favorite places on earth, and that is Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Or at least not Gatlinburg as much as just the Smokies. We actually will be staying in Gatlinburg this time. But our agenda usually is, besides just resting and not having an agenda, is we eat, sleep, and then drive around and daydream about living in the mountains. One day. I just really love East Tennessee. The mountains are just breathtaking. And the mountain streams, oh my goodness. Mountain streams actually make me emotional. I'm going to have some heart-to-heart time now. I get emotional when I'm near a mountain stream. It's just, I don't know. I feel like I think it's like I just feel like I'm so close to God at that point, at that moment, It's just gorgeous, and the sound of the water is so soothing, and just the visual it's just gorgeous. It feels like a little piece of heaven. So anyway, there's my therapy session for the day. Oh, Carol, 20 years with your hubby too. Yay! Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. It's unfortunately 20 years is getting to be not so common anymore these days. It's kind of sad how things don't work out. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to do, as you suggested, Carol, a blue. I think I'll mix blue and green together on this one and see what happens. I don't have a huge stash of inks. I don't have a straight up blue. All my blues are more of a turquoise. because I love my turquoise. Oh, hey, here we go. This one's called Salvaged Patina. So maybe that's the one. That one seems to be begging to be used for a rusty look, huh? What do you think? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's definitely more blue. It's definitely more a tealy turquoise, really. But that's okay. I think that'll work. And I'll put a little green on there as well. Okay. What do I do? Oh, here we go. Let's see which. I think I like the darker one better. Okay. Okie dokie. Blue and brown to muddy it a little. Ah, okay. That sounds good. I'll take that. It does seem a little bright, doesn't it? I don't know if the cinnamon will do enough. It definitely blends with the cinnamon. Ah, I like it. I like it. Good thought. Good thought there. Okay. Now, I think with this one, I'm gonna just kind of dip the tag into my little pile of cinnamon here because I don't want to waste it. Hang on. Okay. Now, where do I want the Mod Podge? Definitely along the edges. I think that definitely looks natural-ish along the edges. And then a little bit in the middle. Just a little bit. Now, one thing that I did learn, if you do want to play with putting Mod Podge back over top the cinnamon, you certainly can, but definitely like I made myself a little separate puddle because I didn't want to dip my, the cinnamon gets on the brush. I didn't want to dip that into my clean thing. So that's what I did yesterday. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about that tonight. But let me do this. Ooh. Ooh. I like it. Ooh. Here, I was gonna go for it. Okay, cool. I like where the cinnamon landed nice and thick. I think that's actually quite nice. Okay. All right, two more to go. We're already 30 minutes in. Okay, maybe this will take us an hour. We'll see. This one, I'm just gonna leave this one blank without any colors in it, just because. And I'm gonna do very sporadic rust on this. See about that. This is turning out better. I think I needed I needed that practice yesterday to just kind of get my wheels turning. But now I feel like these are looking more natural. Ooh, I like that one. That one turned out quite. That looks like natural rust. And if you just like rub the dry cinnamon on, I noticed that kind of gives it a little bit. I mean, a little bit, not much. You're better to use the actual ink, but that's okay. I think I want a little bit right there. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yay. Okay, this is looking better. I was a little nervous, to be honest. I thought, these are horrific. They're monsters. I can't do this. But these are looking better. I think the key is, okay, learn from my mistakes. The key is don't go so heavy on the Mod Podge. And I don't think it's necessary to cover the cinnamon back up with Mod Podge. We'll see. Because I'm actually still hoping to be able to brush some of these off just a little bit. So I don't know. We'll see. All right, what other colors do you think we could use to give it a patina? Have you seen any other colors? Usually green, a little blue. I guess it depends on the metal that's rusty, right? I think I might just stick with the green. Let me do a little bit here. I'm gonna need to get more. I do like that blue in there though, Carol. You're brilliant. I think I'll add some more blue too. I guess I wouldn't have thought of blue. Why have I not seen blue? But I think it looks great. Okay. Salvaged patina. What did I do with, oh, here it is. A little bit there. A little bit there. I'm trying to I want it to look rough. I don't want it to be smooth. Okay. And then, yes, I think adding a little brown on top definitely helps. Oop, that might have been too much. Helps tone things down. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, you have to, I think the trick is kind of thinking ahead of time a little bit of where you want to put your Mod Podge. Yesterday I was just like, I'll put it everywhere and then I'll just brush it off where I don't want it. Well, yeah, that did not work so well. So you have to be a little intentional, do a little bit of planning, I think. And just really literally dab it just a little bit. Literally dab it. Okay, let me see. I think I have enough on here still to just pick up from my table. Yes, that definitely. That's the key. Don't go overboard, Karen. Okay. Up there. All right. Coolio. All right, and I'm going to try to, these three are just from yesterday, I think. I don't think I can, I know, I think they're done. But these two I think I can still salvage. They're not quite how I wanted, but now that I know the trick, I'm going to try to salvage these a little bit. What do you think? Let me see. Oh, I got cinnamon on my, brush. Okay, maybe a little bit, just very lightly, very, very lightly. Okay, and then a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to show you what I plan on doing with one of them. Okay. I guess if you want to brush it off, it's probably maybe the time to do it is when it's still wet. Okay, that one looks a little bit more natural now, I think. It looked a little bit forced. Well, it's still, I'm making it too even. It needs to be random. It needs to be more random. I have a tendency to try to balance things out, and sometimes that just does not look natural. Hi, Joan. Thanks for joining me. So that one looks a little bit better now that I like that one better. All right, now this one again looks forced. So I'm gonna try to. I think the colors really are a nice touch. And maybe a little here. Okay. And then for anyone that's crafting along with me, and if you have inkjet prints instead of LaserJet, are you having trouble with is the Mod Podge smudging your ink at all? I'm curious to see if that's causing any problem. I know when I've worked with Mod Podging inkjet paper, and when I did like a whole brushing, it did smudge. But I'm thinking doing it like this, just kind of dabbing it on, I'm hoping it's not gonna be a problem for you, because I know most people don't have LaserJet. I never thought I would, to be honest. And so far the toners are super expensive. I'm kind of wondering, hoping I didn't make a mistake there, but the quality of the prints are just, ooh, so fantastic. Still not happy with this one. Oh, I see a question that's, do I have the color Rusty Hinge? I don't. That's a color? Oh, don't lick your fingers. You guys are funny. Hi, Shelley, you're here too. Yay. Okay, I guess I've lost track of who's here. Yay. Thank you, everyone who is here. Thank you so much. I mean, I'd be having fun with this anyway, but it's a little more fun when I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. So, thank you for joining me. Thank you for taking the time. I know my evenings are usually not always free for fun, so life happens. So I really appreciate you guys taking your time with me. I don't know about that one. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. All right, so now let me go back to the first two that I made, see if they're dry yet. And the first batch that I did yesterday took a long time to dry, but I know now that it's because I just soaked it with a Mod Podge. More is better, right? No, I don't think so. Okay, so this, yeah, it's actually almost dry. Let me see. And I am able to brush some of it off. Just a little bit though, not much. If I really wanted to, I guess I could scrape some off with my nails at this point. But I don't know, it's on there pretty good. But I like it. This has turned out much better. Oh, Rusty Hinge is awesome for autumn journals. I bet it is. Oh, I'm gonna have to do some ink shopping, it looks like. Carol, you have a laser too? Cool. Yeah. Oh, it takes a non-genuine? Oh, okay. I have a HP. I may have to look into the non-genuine toners. Okay. Oh, I like this one. This one might be my favorite. To me, that looks very, very realistic. I like it. I like it. Okay, what about these? Are they dry enough yet? Oh, not bad. Okay. Less is better. in this case. Not when it comes to, you know, pie or cake. Did I mention I was on a diet? Okay, that one's not bad. I feel like maybe I do need to tone it down a little with a little more brown. This brown, the tea dye, is a very nice complement to the cinnamon. It's a little bit lighter and a little bit more of a yellow brown, but I think it looks nice. Is my lighting making it worse? I think it's making it worse. There we go. So that one's not bad. I don't think I mind that one. This one, that's pretty good too. It's pretty good too. I might do a little bit of complementary browns in there. Yes, yes. And then this one turned out okay. And then this one, I think I went overboard on the green a little bit. I may have to add more. Here, I'm gonna add, I've got time. I'm gonna add a little bit more, just a very light dabbing over the green. Let's see if I can tone it down. It's a little bright. Okay, yeah. I think I can do that. Yep. Okay. Okay, cool. That's a little bit better, I think, for me. Okay, so obviously these would look amazing in journals. This would make a cool pocket, you know, in a journal. But one thing that came to my mind is I want to try, I'm thinking this one, honestly. I want to put it on a container that I decoupaged this a while ago. It's a, I'm not sure what it was, container for hot chocolate or something. And I was thinking, what do you think about this? And actually, ooh, the green actually works really well. But I will just attach it like this. It already looks rusty. Already, you know, the paper itself has that rusty design to it. I'm thinking that's cool. What do you guys think? And I will probably, I don't know if I want to Mod Podge it. I printed this on cardstock, so it's a little thick. I don't know. I'll adhere it. I'll definitely adhere it somehow. If not with, see, I'm afraid of putting Mod Podge over it because, well, I don't know. Why am I afraid? Because it looks, I didn't overdo the Mod Podge at the beginning, so I think maybe the Mod Podge over top might be fine. And it does darken it up just a little bit. So, yeah, you guys like that? Cool. Yay! I like it. Or maybe, I'm feeling like the oval ones look cool on this container. I like it. Or maybe, like, you know, even this. I don't know. The options are endless. I'm talking into the, hello? I'm hearing an echo. Anyway, cool idea for just decor, you know, home decor. I love making things that are not just for journaling. I love decor, home decor. So I'm pretty excited about this, and I'm really excited that these turned out better than the ones I did last night. Yeah, that was a little bit troubling, but anyway, there you go, guys. I am excited about this. And, you know, you don't have to have these labels. You could use any kind of labels, really, that you have, any kind of vintage-looking label. I think that's cool. So, while I have your attention, I'm going to shamelessly plug my new membership. If you haven't, here, I guess I'll look at you again. Hi. If you haven't heard about it yet or checked it out yet, I would love that you do. I'm opening up my private collection of vintage books and ephemera. And the one thing I'm the most excited about, to be honest, let me get the cinnamon off my fingers. One thing that I'm really excited to share is my vintage playing cards from Spain. I bought them, oh my goodness, 18 years ago when I was in Spain. I was in a flea market in Spain, and their flea markets there are much cooler than our flea markets. They had a bunch of just antique stuff, just antique. And I bought this because I loved the illustrations on the cards. I didn't know what I was going to do with it. I wasn't into junk journaling at all at the time, but you know, I've been into graphic design for a while, and I had to have them, but I wasn't sure what to do with them. And then I got into junk journaling. I saw people, you know, doing altered playing cards, which are awesome. I have yet to do a regular altered playing card, but I was like, I don't want to alter these because I mean, they're vintage, they're original. I don't want to like ruin them, but I still want to play with them. So it came to me one day that if I scan them like I scan the other vintage stuff, we can play with them. So I don't know if you saw my video or not. I did a little quickie little, you know, fast forward video making this one actually. But and then I went ahead and made another one because I just couldn't stop. But the cool thing about this is, you know, you can like sandwich. And the way I scanned it, let me show you. The way I scanned it, it's like this. So when you cut it out, you cut out this one piece, and then you just fold it down like this, and then you just sandwich. Like I just sandwiched the lace and the burlap and all that stuff. I just sandwiched it in, and that way the back is still clean and clear. Yeah, I guess you could put like a coffee stain paper here if you want to make this a, you know, like a journal card or something. So I'm pretty excited about being able to share these without actually ruining them. Scanning is a beautiful thing. So anyway, so these are going to only be exclusive in my membership. I'm not going to be putting these in my Etsy shop at all. So if that is something that interests you, I would encourage you to check out the membership. It's not expensive. They have 2 levels, $5 a month or $7 a month. And you will get scans, at least 10 vintage scans of my original books and such. You will get 8 until I go through the whole thing. You'll be getting 8 every month, 8 cards, and then also I'm going to be doing a monthly colored kit, about a 5-page kit usually. April is the color purple. Purple seems to be all of the designers' colors choice. I'm seeing all these other designers doing purple. I'm like, well, it's a good month for purple. I like it too. I had already planned on that a while back, but anyway, and then the $5 a month, you get all the vintage things. You get access to all my. I have a private collection in Etsy. I have two things right there, but I'm going to be adding to that as well. But anything that's coming from my private collection that I put on Etsy, you will also have access to for free in the membership. So you'll get original scans that no one else is going to get a hold of. You'll get the private collection stuff in my shop, and then also a colored themed kit every month. And then the $7 membership, you get all that stuff, and then you also get a coupon code every month, and every month it'll be different. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm hoping people will jump on board because who doesn't like to have some, you know, stuff that's unique and different, you know, that you can't get anywhere else. I like exclusive stuff. So maybe that's just me. I don't know. But if you didn't know about that, I wanted to let you know and go check that out. It's actually on buymeacoffee.com, and I guess I can put the link to it in here when I'm done. But if you go to my YouTube channel, it's the first video that pops up, and then in the description is the link to that shop, to that website. So anyway, just want to let you know about that. Shameless plug. So thank you so much for joining me, and it did take almost an hour. Cool. I thought I'm not going to have a whole hour's worth of stuff, but I did. Anything else I want to talk about? Anything you guys want to talk about? I just realized I'm a little flush. It's hot up here it's all hot up in my studio. It was 80 today outside, and my studio is not very temperature regulated. It's really cold in the winter and really hot in the summer. And I had my my window unit on, but it's really loud, so I turned it off for this video. So anyway, so now I'm a little schwitzy, but that's okay. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. And if you did make some of these with me, please share them in my group. I would love to see the pictures. I'm gonna take pictures and post them in the group too, just so that people that missed the live, maybe they'll be like, oh cool, and then they'll want to watch and join in the fun, right? Okay, you guys have a good evening. Thank you again. Blessings to you all. Bye.